Mr. Grumble, a grumbly day. Mr. Grumble is the sort of person who wakes up in a bad mood. It doesn't matter if it's raining, or if the sun is shining, or if the birds are singing. He just doesn't like mornings. But for that matter, he doesn't like afternoons or evenings either. And if he was awake, I'm sure he wouldn't like nights. There's only one thing he enjoys. Can you guess what that thing is? That's right. He enjoys grumbling and moaning and complaining. And he's very good at all three. Well, he ought to be. He's had enough practice. He grumbles about the milkman being early if he wakes him up. And he grumbles about the milkman being late if he doesn't have any milk for his cornflakes. Then he grumbles about his cornflakes being too crunchy, until, that is, they've soaked up enough milk so that he can grumble about them being too soggy. He doesn't like people very much either. He grumbles at Mr. Small for being too small, and he grumbles at Mr. Tall for being too tall. Mr. Clever is just too clever, Mr. Dizzy is not clever enough, and as for Mr. Silly, he's just too silly. There is nobody who Mr. Grumble does not grumble about. Or so he thought, that is, until yesterday. Yesterday he went shopping in Tiddletown, and as you will probably already have guessed, Mr. Grumble does not like shopping. "Bah! Shopping!" he exclaimed. "The thing I hate about shopping are shops." Which is the sort of thing you hear Mr. Grumble saying an awful lot of the time. He waited at the bus stop. There was a queue. Mr. Grumble grumbled. When the bus arrived, he got on. "Bah! I hate buses," he said to the bus driver. "And the thing I hate about buses are the people. People should not be allowed on buses." And he grumbled and moaned and moaned and grumbled all the way into town. While he was in Tiddletown, he went into Mrs. Green's, the grocer's, and asked for some oranges. Mrs. Green had just started to put some oranges into a bag when Mr. Grumble said, "Bah! Those oranges are too orange." "Too orange?" said Mrs. Green. "How can an orange be too orange?" "He's right. Those oranges are too orange," said a voice behind Mr. Grumble. Mr. Grumble was amazed. It was the first time in his life that anybody had ever agreed with him. "And what's more," said the voice, "those apples are too green." Mr. Grumble was doubly amazed. For when he looked at the apples, he had to agree that they were too green. It was the first time in his life he had ever agreed with anybody. Mr. Grumble turned to see who the voice belonged to. "Hello, I'm Mr. Grumpy," said the person standing behind him. They left the grocer's and went next door to the butcher's. The bell above the door jangled as they went in. "Bah! I hate doorbells that jangle," said Mr. Grumble. "Me too," agreed Mr. Grumpy for a second time. "And look at those pork chops, much too small." And Mr. Grumble had to agree They were too small. Mr. Grumble suggested that they have lunch together. And they did, in the restaurant around the corner. Mr. Grumpy complained the soup was cold, and Mr. Grumble moaned about the bill. They had a most satisfactory meal. Then they went for a walk in the park. Mr. Grumpy moaned about the flowers, and Mr. Grumble complained about the noise the ducks were making. It was a most satisfactory walk. Then they went to the cinema. Mr. Grumpy complained there was not enough pop in the popcorn, and Mr. Grumble grumbled about there being too many seats. It was a most satisfactory film. Mr. Grumble and Mr. Grumpy moaned and complained and grumbled all the way back to Mr. Grumble's house, where they had supper. All in all, it had been a most satisfactory day for the two of them. Mr. Grumble and Mr. Grumpy arranged to see each other again. But Mr. Grumble didn't make it too soon, for, as he put it, Mr. Grumpy is a bit too grumpy. Bah! It's the start of yet another horrible day. I hate wizards. Well, I don't like people who are constantly grumbling and moaning. Bah! Singing and laughing.